right, hello, Dumpy Ducks. I can't tell. Is this even? Is this on?
No, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
You're behind the monitor.
I'm behind the monitor. Sorry about that. Okay, everyone. We're gonna get things started. And keep that enthusiasm and energy up and going because live from the Roman Empire, it's Pluvius.
Greetings, greetings from ancient Rome. So great to see all of you today. Look at all these lusty men. I haven't seen so many horny boys since Caligula. Don't worry, guys. I got a pig in my wagon. You can pork after the show. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Pluvius. I'm from the Holy Roman Empire. Let me tell you, it's not easy being a centurion over 50. Do we have any married folks in the room here? Give it up for the married folks. That's lovely. Who's been married for a very long time? How long?
Almost 30 years.
30 years. Give it. That's 3 campaigns in my lifetime. For me, the secret to a successful marriage was to stay on campaign, if you know what I'm saying. She was mauled by a lion. I tried to be tough about it. You know, like I'm Gladiator. Roman weather report. Good tale, Caesar. You know what cut Roman half? Caesar's. Caesar's. We love warfare. We love warfare. Americans and the Roman Legion. Let's give it up for warfare. We'd love to colonize. We're very good at engineering. 7 days after the volcano erupted, we were able to fix the plumbing. Aqueduct tape. Caesar said, Veni, vidi, vici, I came, I saw, I conquered. And then he met Cleopatra, it was just Veni, Veni, Veni. Are you guys ready for some real comedy tonight? Thank you so much for indulging my Pluvius character. My name is Aunt Pascal. I am a comedian who has performed in Philadelphia, and I also produce a show at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. Tonight, I have some of the finest comedians from South Jersey for you. The first person I'm bringing up this evening, we go way, way back. I've seen him perform twice. And I think he's absolutely fantastic, and he's going to regale you tonight with his clever style of one-liners. Give it up for Charlie!
When I did see Ant the second time, he walked up to me, he goes, "Hey Charlie, we've met before." I go, "Hi." "I like you." I said, "I like you too." Alright. Okay. Oh my god. Holy fucking shit. Ant actually called me up earlier today. He said, "Hey, do you have a song you want to get played up to?" And I said, "Gregorian chant." And he said, "That won't fit the vibe. How about you just don't know how the music works?" And I got played up to nothing. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. The other day I got this horse-drawn carriage, but it barely even looked like a carriage, man. That horse couldn't draw for shit. Hey, you ever do that thing? You spill something on your pants, and it looks like you soiled your underwear, and then you think, might as well. Okay. Hell yeah, buddy. Oh my god, you ever do that thing you hear about a plane crashing on takeoff, and you think, well, it sounds like some sick fucker left their tray table down? Likely had their seat in the upright position. I fucking hate a terrorist, dude. Hell yeah, okay. I heard that there's a bunch of Catholics here, and I thought, okay, don't talk about your penis, but I forgot to stop saying fuck a lot. I'm sorry. I got halfway there. Okay. Hell yeah, pal. Oh my god. Hey, ever do that thing you hear about someone saying, "Hey, don't worry, the pleasure's all mine," and you think, "Can I have some?" Greedy. A little bit about me. It is spelled M-E. It is a first-person singular pronoun. You use it when you're referring to yourself as the object and not the subject of the sentence. If you are referring to yourself as the subject of the sentence and not the object of the sentence, you don't say me, you say I. And that was a little bit about me. At least Aunt likes it. Hell yeah. Oh my God. I was told that I don't take criticism well by this cold-blooded bitch. No, she's neat. Hell yeah, dude. And now I gotta skip my first dick joke. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my God. Hey, is anyone else PT but not ST? Like you saw plenty of trauma, but you thought, all right. I'm not gonna stress it. Oh my God. I would never cat call a girl, but I would girl call a cat. I'd go find me a cat, I say, you're a girl! But, you know, I'm kind of wild, you know? Hell yeah, dude, but I want to cat call a girl. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my God, I gotta jump over another dick joke. I didn't realize I had so many. Oh my God. I got this magical girlfriend, you know? She's so magical on account of I made her up. She's not real, I'm so alone. It's just me. And my terrible joke. Oh my God. I called the National Suicide Prevention Hotline the other day. They picked up, they said, this is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So if you're an American, fucking do it. Okay. No, have your citizenship ready to go when you call those guys. Hell yeah, pal. Oh my God, this girl, she was leaving me. She's going, Charlie, I'll never forget you. And I thought, fuck yeah, I'm your 9/11. Time spent with me is a lot like towers falling on a Tuesday morning. It's great. It's okay. So I got this imaginary girlfriend. Oh my God. Hey, ever hear someone say, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, and then you think, why would I do so otherwise? One bird, and you might want to restrain it so that it doesn't get away from you there or nothing, and then you take one stone and you bludgeon the bird to death with it. And then you take a second bird. And this one you're definitely going to restrain, because after it sees what you did to the first bird, it's really going to want to get away, okay? So this one you restrain. But now here's the tricky part. Even though we're on our second bird, you're going to want to use the first stone. And if you forget which stone it was, on account of stones or every which way you look these days, it's going to be the one all covered in bird blood. So you take the bird blood covered stone and you bring it over to the second bird, which again really ought to be restrained, okay? Alright, so just one more time so we're all on the same page here. We're on our second bird, but we are using the first stone. With extreme economy of resources, we are taking that first stone and bludgeoning the second bird to death with it. And before you know it, you've killed two birds with one stone. Hey, dude, try to blow out its birthday cake candles. You know? Bit of a thing. That one was good. That was like my 10th joke. So that one was good. Holy shit. The first 9? Nope. Holy hell. Ooh, big into dragons over here. Other comics, you can follow them on Instagram. Alright. Oh yeah, pal. Oh my God. I was oblivious to the world around me. I stepped into traffic without looking okay. Hell yeah, buddy. Alright. I'm skipping all over my hand because on account of I'm skipping the penis ones. And apparently we only like dragon jokes in the corner. Hell yeah. Oh my God. You ever do that thing? You start looking at yourself in the mirror and you're embarrassed. And then you start thinking, oh my God, I am so 2000 and late. That's a very specific reference. Oh yeah, pal. Oh my God. So I was working as hard as I could the other day to judge this man that I met based on the color of his skin. And I was right about that dude, man. He had jaundice. Go to the hospital on account of he had jaundice. Get out of here, pal. Okay. Hell yeah. So dragons are neat. All right. I had not realized how penis heavy my jokes were. Oh my God! Hey, you ever hear someone say they get this terrible medical diagnosis, and then you go, well, clearly you need to get a second opinion, and then they go, what, Rita? Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. This girl's crying extra hard and she's collapsing into my arms and she's going, Charlie, God damn it, can we please talk about us? And I said, no problem. I said, it is spelt U-S. It is a first person plural pronoun. You use it when you're referring to yourself and at least one other person as the object and not the subject of the sentence. If you are referring to yourself and at least one other person as the subject and not the object of the sentence, you don't say us, you say we. And now we have talked about us. And she cheers right up. She goes, Charlie, thank God for you. That's exactly what I needed to hear. She stops crying. Okay. Both times I did the grammar joke, this lady in the corner started nodding. She's like, this guy knows his pronouns. We're big in, for the comics coming up next, they're big into pronouns and big into giants. Dragons. And don't say naughty words. All right, y'all been a lot of fun. Give it up for Ann. Have a good night.
One more time for Charlie, guys. Thank you. And I also am not having any luck with the music, so there it is. That's the song Charlie was supposed to come up to. Delightfully haunting, I know. Oh, shit. Those aren't the ones I need right now, though. Because right now, at this time, I want to tell a couple street jokes to you guys. Who likes street jokes out there? You guys like street jokes? Ones you can tell with your dad on the boat? You ready for one? All right, what's your name?
Tori.
Tori. Okay, Tori. Why did the musician's wife want a divorce?
Because he didn't make enough money.
That's a good guess. It was domestic violin, sadly. All right, sir. Why won't Aquaman work with Iron Man?
I don't know why.
Too many rust issues. All right. You, miss. Is that the right pronoun?
Nope.
What's your pronoun?
He.
He. Dear he. Why does the wizard's girlfriend in there? You guys know what the worst part is about blind dates? The dogs. Think about it. Okay.
I want to tell him a joke.
All right, where's our Oh, hold on, Melissa. I got you. Come around, because I want you to come to the microphone. My grammar police woman, miss. All right, this one's for you. What happened? All right, one more.
It's not Christmas time. This is
Good. At the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City, she has been a featured comic on Valentine's Day at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club in New York City. She's performed at many clubs in Philadelphia. She's also performed at several nursing homes throughout the Bucks County area. In fact, any place that said, hey, fuck it, let's do a comedy show, has hired our next guest. And I'm going to do the music, Charlie. I'm sorry. Bring it up for Kate LeMay!
Yes, that was the Bluey theme song. The soundtrack of my life. I know I already said hello, Duff McDuff, but I want to say again, thank you so much for having me here. If you have never heard me speak before or seen me perform, I do want to introduce myself. My name is Catherine Mary Cecilia Kennedy Laverne Mendish Ladansu, which is why I go by Kate. I've tried out other nicknames too, because Kate's pretty common, you know, like Your Royal Highness, or Your Eminence, or Kathy. The problem with Kathy is that then I feel morally obligated to say things like, hi, my name's Kathy the Cat Lady. I have 6 cats and 7 sweaters, and one of those sweaters has a cat on it, so it's like I have 7 cats. And I'm allergic to cats. That's why I stick with Kate. I really am very excited to be here tonight, though, mostly because my kids aren't. And it's very special. You know, I even went and got waxed for you guys. My eyebrows. Normally, I would just shave them in the car when I do my mustache. Like any good Italian girl would do. I actually usually shave even before I go in to get them waxed because I'm not trying to get upsold. Plus, once you start waxing, it just grows back in thicker, and guys, I'm already about to run out of face. Yeah, actually, and for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you'll know yesterday I went in to get the pre-show wax, opened the door to the nail salon, and the person who usually does my eyebrows looked at me and said, "Oh, eyebrows and lips?" And I was like, "No, just eyebrows." And then she asked me if I was sure. And that's what I realized. Instead of springing forward, my mustache fell back. And now my 5 o'clock. I didn't get to inherit anything like a magical amulet or holy relic from my ancestors. You know, all I got was excess body hair and Catholicism. Like, literally, my dad's great-grandparents from Italy were a priest and a nun. And I don't know how much any of you know about Catholicism. No one should be able to have any kind of grandparents who were both a priest and a nun. This is what we call a mistake. Yeah, I'm glad that people laughed at that. I don't think they laughed back then. Some people are born Catholic. Some people achieve Catholicness. And others have Catholicism thrust upon them and run away to America to have a baby. And my mother-in-law, she puts my Catholicism to shame, though. You know, because she's not just Catholic, she's Portuguese. And as much as there are stereotypes about people being Catholic, like, I mean, I feel bad even saying this. There's one about us feeling guilty all the time. There's also one about Catholics having these, like, ridiculously big, loud, obnoxious families. And that's a bold-faced lie, because if that were true, right now I could say something like, I don't know, make some noise if you're related to me. Yeah, that one might be true, actually. You know, I think part of that isn't even that we're Catholic, it's just that we're all really socially awkward. Because in this family, we don't ever have to make friends, because we just make friends. Mom, I really want a friend. Okay, honey, give me like 9 months. And that's how I got my sister. And my other sister. And my brother. And my other. Anyway, back to my mother-in-law. So she puts my Catholicism to shame. You know, she is very sweet and kind. She's given me a lot over the years. Love, support, her son. Don't know if that was worth it. But also, like, a weird amount of religious iconography. So, like all of you, we also have a 2-foot statue of the Lady of Fatima on top of our fridge. Which is great, you know, you're making dinner, dancing around the kitchen, singing along to WAP. That's from Cardi B Mom. Making inappropriate eye contact with the statue of the Virgin Mary. Yeah, it is good though that she was Catholic, raised her son Catholic, so I got to meet the human Brillo pad that is my son, my husband at church. You know, and lucky for me, he likes his women like he likes his coffee. You know, cheap, sweet, and blonde. It's been rough. Now, I'm 33 years old. We've been together for 17 years. Yeah, you better woo. We have 2 kids and a house, and, you know, I don't want to be one of those girls, but I think it's starting to get kind of serious. We still find ways to keep things spicy, though. You know, not too spicy, because we finally reached the age where we have to take a Tums before we go horizontal. Yeah, this is normally where I tell a wildly inappropriate joke about our sex life, but my mom is here, and I did promise I would stop telling it, so I'm just going to talk about it instead. And maybe I may throw it in at the end if I feel like making her more uncomfortable than she is in this very moment. We also said till death do us part, but we never specifies whose death. So if any of you are looking to like knock someone over, want to see me afterwards, put me one step closer to that second marriage. Hopefully this time to a pediatrician. But yeah, we have our 2 kids. You know, we're trying to raise them to be good kids. You know, we want them to be strong and self-assured and confident. And you know, earlier this week, I think I got confirmation that we've achieved this. As I was giving my toddler a bath, and he stood up and he looked me in the eyes. And I looked down at him and I said, "Do you have to go potty?" And he said, "No." And then immediately pooped in the tub. So I really don't think confidence is something we need to focus on all that much anymore. I'm pretty sure he's good. I'm also pretty sure he's going to be the one to solve world hunger, because ever since he shoved a damp handful of vegetable straws into my mouth, I haven't wanted to eat at all. I'm also still trying to figure out if lollipops are naturally fuzzy or if this might be a sourcing issue. He's a really smart kid, though. You know, we went to Target the other day, as Aunt slowly moved the camera and broke focus.
Keep going. You went to
Keep going.
Target.
Oh, we went to Target. Thank you. Yes, you weren't there, but I appreciate that you've heard this before. We were at Target the other day / the beginning of the month. And we pulled in, and from the back seat, my toddler shouts, "We're home!" And like, he's not wrong. We are there a lot. You know, it's because I like to go shopping after work because I look presentable. You know, I'm not going to waste that outfit on Walmart. Those are Target shopping clothes. Which just means until further notice, whenever I wear pantyhose, I'm going to have to spend $130 on a box of diapers. That's why I spend $130 at Target. No other reason. Things are just expensive. Food's expensive. We're going to start photosynthesizing to save money. Anybody here buy apples recently? Not like mechanical products, actual apples. Do you know how much a bag of apples is? $7.48. I had to spend $7.48 so my kids could take a bite out of a single apple and throw it in the garbage. $7.48 so the lunch monitors at the school think I'm like a kinda decent mom. And they ignore all the bags of Cheetos that are stashed in there. Honestly, we need to go back to the time when kids would give their teachers apples, because if every child in my son's class gave his teacher an apple, end of the week, she could pay off her mortgage. Eggs, too. Eggs are insane right now. My in-laws have a farm with like a couple of dozen chickens. I never thought I was going to see the day when their eggs were more valuable than mine. Mine gave their son his citizenship. Like, are we trying to trade? Want to bring any cousins over? I'll give you some of my eggs. You give me some of your eggs. Sorry, my mouth's a little dry. As much as I enjoy being the drinking part of a human water cycle, I really hate the peeing. Like, if I could outsource one minor inconvenience, it would be either peeing or sneezing. Which, for me, having had 2 kids, is pretty much the same thing. You can tell if someone's, you know, shot a child out of their uterus based on whether they cross both their legs and their fingers when they're sneezing. Kids, they change you. Sorry, I was traumatized. You know, one day you're out there eating your own food, walking around in dry socks, peeing with the door shut. And the next, you're lying awake in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, listening to see if the baby's awake, so you know if you have to dodge the creaks in the hallway, like you're back in high school, sneaking out of the house. It's almost worth staying in bed and getting the UTI, because you know once that door opens, they're going to pop up like a little crackhead meerkat. They've heard, they've scented, and then they're going to climb on your lap, yodeling and eat toothpaste while you're trying to pee. Plus now, once they're up for the day. Time has no meaning to children. Honestly, after the last couple of years we've been in a pandemic, time doesn't have a lot of meaning to a lot of people. You know, it really seems like once I got near 30, everything changed. You know, food lost its taste. Flowers lost their smell. And everybody started wearing masks. My 30s haven't been all bad though. You know, I have discovered new things. You know, for one thing, my boobs have never been longer. I finally have a decent therapist. And, you know, my toddler has made friends with the mole on my leg and talks to it. So, no, I don't think the pandemic had a negative impact on his ability to socialize. One of the beautiful things, I think, though, has been the gift of acceptance. You know, I have finally accepted that I'm just never going to have abs again. Using the word again here very loosely. I'm now just one of those, like, human lift-the-flap books, you know, just boop, 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 boop. But instead of Elmo pointing and going, triangle, he's saying, yeah, the only surprise inside down there is a C-section scar and a tattoo. It's been so long, I'm not even sure what the tattoo is anymore. Guys, we could have matching tattoos. I have no idea. Let me hear it if you do not have a tattoo. Let me hear you make some noise. Losers.
Absolutely.
And here we see where the bully becomes the bully. Remember, children, only you can prevent forest fires and chubby middle schoolers from one day becoming comedians. Well, that was a weird PSA. All right, where are the cool kids? Where are all the tattooed friends at? Yeah, we can have matching tattoo. If anybody has a tattoo that I am not related to and is not my mother, because I know yours matches the one on my wrist, let me hear you make some noise and raise your hands. We are related. All right. Our lovely bartender, you have a tattoo. What's your tattoo?
On my wrist or on my body?
Whatever one. I mean, I got one on my wrist and my body. You pick your
I
poison.
got 2 on my hips, 1 on my foot.
What are they? Besides tattoos.
Dragonflies on my hips.
Dragonflies on your hips. Okay. And what do you have on your foot?
A rainbow stars.
A rainbow stars.
The arch on my foot.
Is it like from Mario rainbow stars? Like Mario Kart?
Just stars.
Just stars. like are they like rainbow like LGBTQ different stars?
Correct.
There's a little.
Yeah.
There's like what is it? Like Kelly on the streets down there. RuPaul's Drag Race queens, just all these rainbow stars. So yeah, you know, I could have drag queens on my hip.
I got one on my finger.
You have one on your. You have so many tattoos. What's on your finger?
Birds.
Birds. The word birds, like go birds.
No, free spirit birds.
Free spirit birds. Oh, well, they're not very free. They're stuck to you. So
In
they're
my mind, they're free.
imprisoned, mind-free spirit birds. That's very deep. It's practically skin deep. You can borrow that. You can borrow that. Street joke. But yeah, we could have matching. I could have the birds and drag queens on my hip. Could be a butterfly. Could say Japanese barbecue grill finger. Could actually just be a fruit snack that got stuck in there. On my own snack pack. My mom started keeping loose hard candies in the bottom of her purse the day she found out I was pregnant. Lint floss your teeth when you ate them. She's such a mean mom. I don't know why I use that voice. She lives like 20 minutes from here. She just sounds like me. I've never seen someone though more excited to get confirmation that their daughter got laid. Because that's all kids are, right? They're the receipt of a good time and a broken condom. Worst 25 cents ever spent. Or best, if they become a doctor. We've got 2 of them. I'm banking on that for my retirement plan. I'll let you know how it works out. I think it also helped that, you know, being Catholic, we did the good thing and lied to our parents about having premarital sex. Mom, we're just gonna go play some video games, okay? To this day, the only thing I know how to do is go up and down the stairs from Harry Potter in like 2002. But I am like really good at going up and down the stairs from Harry Potter in like 2002. But there's a lot that I have to thank my mom for. You know, apart from her actually showing up here tonight and having me make fun of her again in front of people multiple times, which she let me do last weekend as well. She is really a good mom, in spite of what I may have said previously. You know, she'll look at all the friends she made me. But she's taught me a lot. You know, she's taught me I don't really have to worry, you know, about the big things, that is. Like, there were those balloons people were saying were either aliens coming to get rid of, humans, or nuclear holocaust taking out mankind. And, my mom made it clear from childhood that she's the one who brought me into this world. So she's gonna be the one to take me out of it. I don't have to worry about aliens. Honestly, the aliens would be great because I know I'm getting to watch the whole thing go down. Mary Kennedy's got the rest of this on lock. But as a parent who's not intent on murdering their kids, I do have my 2 boys, our 2 little Disney princes. Our oldest son, he's our Prince Charming, right? He's sweet, he's kind, he has severe ADHD. Like, this kid would definitely need to play the matching game with a shoe to figure out who he was talking to 5 minutes ago. And our youngest son, a little angel. Well, that's my 2-year-old, and he is fucking Hercules. For a kid with undescended testicles, he has got some pretty big balls on him. And my mother-in-law, sainted lady that she is, came to me and had said back in fall, that she would take the boys on vacation down to West Virginia. And I was like, yeah, sure, you can take the older one, my 8-year-old. Look at the leaves, pick some apples, guess how many teeth the neighbor has. I keep using that voice for no reason. And she was like, Katie, I can take a baby too. Again, it's not racist. She's from Portugal. It's where they make the white people. Well, anyway, no, you can't take the baby too. He's a baby. Plus, you're going to be down there with the 8-year-old, looking at the leaves, finding shoes, matching them up to ladies, and baby Hercules is going to be over there strangling a bear with a snake, and you're scared of snakes. I feel like that could be a problem for you. Kids are great to have so many. And baby Hercules started talking more recently. Those of you who are parents know that there is nothing more beautiful than the pitter-patter of little feet. 2 o'clock in the morning. And then you hear those sweet words. I just paid. Yeah, we are kind of 48% sure he's been possessed by a demon. But, it's a polite demon, so it's okay. He may be going, surrender your souls. Demons/human children. Sure, I may be wearing Vaseline and plastic wrap instead of Spanx tonight. But when my baby eats dog food, out of a Lego Duplo, that dog food is Blue Buffalo. Because when you love them like family, you feed them like family. Thank you, everyone. You guys have been great.
Laverne, everyone. All right, we are halfway through the show, and I'm getting this music thing down. All right. In the words of Bluebius, are you not entertained? All right. Well, we're gonna keep the party going, guys. The next comic coming to the stage is one of the hardest working people in South Jersey. You can see him performing at running mics. If you are on Facebook, you have seen this guy on a poster. Please welcome my friend James Mack. Woo.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, Pantera.
Exactly.
Good music.
I know, and they're from Texas, just like I am. So, yeah, I know I'm a little bit overdressed tonight. I literally came here from a wedding, so and it's a lot of fun when you're single going to a wedding of somebody else by yourself. I know some of y'all are surprised that I'm single. You're looking at me like, no, James, you look like you invented fucking. How is that possible? I'm single. Recently, one of my friends tried to set me up on a date. Anybody here ever been set up on a date? Well, did it work?
No.
It never does. Because here's the thing is that when your friend tells you, like, I want to set you up, what they really mean is, I fucking hate you. So, But my friend tried to set me up with her roommate, and she's like, James, before I introduce y'all, I need to let you know that she's poly. And I was like, she can dress up as whatever bird she wants to. I don't care. So, I'm a cracker. She can eat me. It's fine. So, but she's like, no, James. She goes, you don't understand. That means she's polyamorous. She likes to date multiple people at the same time. I'm like, wow, y'all are real progressive up here. Because back home in Texas, we just call that a whore. No. I really am for Texas. I'm from East Texas. I've been up north now for 5 years. That's 5 years of every day explaining to somebody that I'm not racist. Because not only am I from the South, y'all, but so are my parents. My dad's from Louisiana. My mom's from Arkansas. And yes, I was conceived during a wrestling match. But it gets real weird when your dad tells you on a fishing trip that the only way your mom can come is if he does the Hulk Hogan leg drop. So nobody needs that shit. So, yeah. I catch a lot of crap about my accent up here too. One of my friends asked me recently, he's like, dude, how do you pick up women sounding like that? Like, you're from South Boston, I wouldn't talk. So, like, you sound like an extra in a Matt Damon script, so shut the fuck up. But no, I had to tell him, I was like, I actually have an entire process that I go through if I want to pick somebody up. First thing I do is turn my accent up a little bit. Yeah. Shuffle my hair so she knows it's not a toupee. Walk right up, look her dead in the eye, and be like, you're prettier than a newborn deer. Yeah. And some of you are like, that shit don't work, and yes, it does. I've seen women get so wet from that, they slide off their stool, hit the ground, and splash. So, thank you. No, the other thing that I get to hear a lot about is they're like, oh, white people don't like spicy food. Have y'all heard this one?
Of course.
Yeah, it's bullshit, y'all. Coming from East Texas, we're Cajuns on horseback. So we put hot sauce on everything we eat. It makes taking a girl home that first night a lot more fun. Yeah, she can't say she didn't feel anything that night, y'all. So somebody around you's not laughing. That's all right. That joke's a slow burn. Catholic. I grew up Irish Catholic. Anybody else here? All right, awesome. Yeah. Some people are like, prove it. I was like, I have 8 about hobbies or contraception. Yeah. But I grew up like Irish. Like my grandparents came over from Ireland, and so I grew up having to listen to a bunch of Irish folk music. Right now is there's a new one that just came out, and it's about a guy who goes growing up on a ranch is a lot different than anywhere else. Like, for instance, the sex talk that I had with my dad, he just pulled me into the front yard and he's like, boy, you see what that bull's doing with that cow? Yes, sir. He's like, well, that's what you're going to do on prom night. All right, Dad, but that bull looks like he weighs a lot. That shit's going to hurt. And he's like, no, you're going to be the bull. All right, but how do you get consent from a cow? By the way, y'all don't bring them flowers. They just eat it. So, yeah. No, it's always fun. I know I said I was single. I really am. And if the deer pickup line doesn't work, I usually just let them know I'm a veteran because I did 15 years jumping out of airplanes for the Army. So, yeah, no, you're allowed to clap. It's all right. Yeah. Despite the rest of these fuckers, like, it's okay. So it's nice to know at least one person saw my masturbation video from Iraq. Thank you. Yeah. No, I joined when I was really young. I joined at 17 and got to go to some really cool places. I got to go to like Germany and Poland, and that's the end of that list. Yeah, because also I had to go to some really shitty places. I got sent to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Fort Dix. Yeah. But when people hear Iraq and Afghanistan, I usually get asked a bunch of questions. One of them I hear a lot. People walk up to you and be like, dude, when you were overseas, do you ever have to kill anybody? I like having fun with them. I'll stare them dead in the eye and be like, no, didn't have to. Like, why are you asking? You got a job? You hired? You trying to be single again? What's up? Yeah. And then inevitably, the next question I get is, dude, do you got PTSD? And yes, I do. So I'll give you a second to find your exits. But I've convinced my mom that PTSD actually stands for being pretty, tempting, sexy, and debonair. So. Usually I get a whistle, but y'all are assholes. I get it. I understand. It's fine. No, and I know when I turned sideways, some of y'all got really confused. You're like, damn, James, I thought you had to be in shape to be a veteran. Round is a shape. Fuck you. Because this is still the body of a warrior, y'all. I've just changed what I'm fighting. And I tried to lose weight. I went to the doctor. I was like, hey, doc, what do I got to do? He's like, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you a little Fitbit. So watch goes on your right wrist, measures the motion of your wrist. It'll tell us how much you worked out. And I was like, awesome. All thing I learned for the first 2 weeks is I drank for 3 miles a day. But I stuck with it and went back after like a month, and the doc's looking at the app and he's like, wow, James, you're up to like a half marathon every other week. I didn't have the heart to tell him that. I took it off my wrist, put it on my dog's tail, and fed her treats. So. I also found out while I was trying to lose weight that y'all are prejudiced against chubby dudes in jogging pants. So, yeah, because y'all see somebody with a six-pack, like, nobody in here. But y'all see somebody with a six-pack and you're like, holy shit, that dude just got through working out at the gym. You see my fat ass and you're like, holy shit, that dude just got through working on a pizza. No, I really do have PTSD, and everybody's PTSD is different. I want to make sure that people understand that, like, depending on why people get diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, could be the difference in how their reaction is. Because PTSD is like an umbrella term for a lot of different things. So they could have gotten their PTSD from something that happened to them as a child, you know, an assault, dog bit them, whatever. They could have got it from combat like I did. Or I had somebody tell me recently they had PTSD because they watched The Sopranos too many times and watched him get shot. Yeah, that was my reaction too. What? Are you fucking stupid? But part of my PTSD is I do have social anxiety, and if you're wondering how I can get up and do this with social anxiety, easily. See, every month, the government takes all your tax money and they put it in a check, and they send it to me, and I buy drugs. Yeah. But I do go to a therapist like every comic does, so it's mandatory to do this. But I go to the Veterans Administration for mine, and one of the things that I find really interesting is if you go into any VA anywhere, they have posters on the wall that say, make sure you know about the suicide prevention hotline. Does anybody know what it is now? It used to be 1-800-SUICIDE. They changed it in January. What is it now? No, it's well. If you wait, because the audience didn't hear this, she said 666. You are calling somebody way different. I've heard 811. I've never heard 666. So, which, by the way, 811 is not the right number. That's how you find out where to bury the body. So, no, it's 988 now. Yeah. Which I think is a great thing. They shortened it up. Unless you have a rotary phone, you're fine. But it used to be 1-800-SUICIDE. And like I said, it's the suicide prevention hotline, which always makes me feel a little weird because I was like, why do we need the word prevention in there? Is there a suicide assistance hotline I don't know about, y'all? Like, is there a number you call up and they're like, thank you for calling the suicide assistance hotline. This is Jimmy speaking. How may I assist you today? You were going to do what? Take pills? Pussy. You were right to call us, and you should have been paranoid because we already know where you live. And we have a box on its way, and it's going to contain 3 important things for you. Gun-flavored mouthwash, an assortment of ropes, and our newest book on how to tie the perfect noose by Anthony Bourdain. Oh, like any of you fucking knew him. Shut up. It's been 3 years. It's fine. The great thing about that is I can just rotate celebrities in that bed. Like Jeffrey Epstein, Anthony Bourdain, Robin Williams, David Carradine. Like, who do you want to hang out with? It's fun. No. The other thing, thank you for catching that. No, the other thing about that is I was thinking like 1-800-SUICIDE. Like, suicide is a hard word to spell when you're stressed out. I mean, gun to my head, I could probably only do it once. So, and I was thinking, like, you know what? We got to come up with something easier for people to remember. Like, I don't know, like 1-800-I-KILL-ME or 1-800-YOU-SUCK or 1-800-WET-TOASTER. Some of y'all are starting to count, and you're like, James, wet toaster's too long. Well, the extension cord wasn't. So, yeah. No. Does anybody in here believe in reincarnation? Clap it up if you do.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, you two can come back. The rest of you can fuck off. All right. Like, how can you be Catholics and not believe in reincarnation? Like, Jesus was reincarnated. Come on. Just didn't take 1,000 years like it does in Buddha. So, he just works faster. That's it. No, the reason I asked that question, y'all, is I didn't believe in reincarnation for the longest time. But on my last tour in Iraq, I was almost killed 3 separate times by suicide bombers. For $20, I turned into a really shitty OnlyFans. Yeah, where I'll show you pictures of my scars. I can't show you pictures of the suicide bomber. I couldn't get them all back in one place again. Yeah. But since I've moved up north, I've almost hit 3 separate deer, and I started thinking they're the reincarnation of the suicide bombers that missed me. Yeah. And the reason for that is because deer and suicide bomber do have something in common. It's not the color of their skin. I know what you were thinking. So, yeah, it's because they both explode when they hit your windshield. Yeah. What did you say?
He's destroyed 8 cars by hitting deer.
How many?
20?
No, I've totaled 3 cars and I've hit 25 deer.
Wow. You know you're supposed to drive on the road, right? I can just see it now. He's out in the woods. We got the electric truck today. We don't even have to turn it off.
Fastest way to butcher them.
What's that?
Fastest way to butcher them.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know, down here, if you hit the deer, do you get to keep it? Or
You have to call the police and tag it.
That's
No.
only if you see.
Exactly. Toss it in the back and just keep going. So, I don't know. What do you drive so I know to let you on the road first? It's like I'm afraid to wear a brown jacket. It's close enough. He's got a white tail. No, one of the most important lessons that I did learn in the military, though, is that bored 18-year-olds are the most dangerous thing ever. Yeah. Because if you leave 18-year-olds without any guidance whatsoever, like just sitting around, you're going to come back to something being destroyed. So, like, it's either going to be a blown-up trash can, or there's going to be strippers with new husbands, or you'll come back where they started making up some weird games, like something called gay chicken.
Oh.
Yeah. Who knows what that is? No, you do? What do you think gay chicken is?
If I remember correctly, what you're supposed to do is strip down and then stare at each other in the face and see whose dick moves first.
Nope. It's worse. Although that is a different version that I've ever heard. No, the gay chicken that I learned, so it started out fairly innocent. I'll put fairly in front of that, where two guys sat really close to each other, put their hands on each other's thighs, and slowly move them up until somebody freaks out or they touch dicks. So, but unfortunately,
Your version better.
I'm sure you do. I thought I recognized you from the championship. But unfortunately, y'all, I was in the infantry and they have to do some weird shit at all times. So what they did one night in the barracks is they changed the game up. And it can rival what she said, because what they did is one guy got on his knees with his mouth open, the other one went 5 feet away and pulled his dick out, and they started waddling towards each other. Now, some of y'all are asking, James, did you ever play this game? And I did not. I refereed. Now, the thing that always made me laugh was, like, no matter how awkward this shit got, like, the guys would still be like, dude, it's not gay, it's not gay. I'm like, you just had your dick in another dude's mouth. That's pretty gay. But then they'd be like, no, my eyes were closed. It doesn't count. But some of the guys that played that, I'm sorry, there, and it had a little pitcher of beer. My friends don't know any of that stuff anymore. You know, they've gotten out of that, and I hang out with comics. So I have to know that Italian chandeliers. It's when you make up shit for free wings and beer. I always wondered, y'all, why can't we have, like, a good flashback? You know, like the first time your dad took you to a ball game, or your first kiss, or first time you got a pinky in the ass during a blowjob. You know. Could have all been the same day. Some of our parents love us more than others. But most people remember their first kiss. It's usually a good thing. So, like Mr. Deer Hunter, do you remember your first kiss?
I do.
You do? You said that really quick. Was it earlier today? I'm not talking about kissing the bumper off of something. No. Was it a good thing, though?
It was.
It was awesome. Was it with anybody that's in the room right now?
Yeah.
Is it her? Her? Okay. I was like, because she kept looking at you. Like, she's looking at you. She's not paying you no mind. Were you his witness to it? Well, it didn't work like the deer, right? Crank it up real slow. Did it happen in the woods too? Is that what? Wait, for you it did? What? Did you kiss both of them? Like, that's kind of weird. No. Oh, all right. That's what we all say. No, and like I said, like usually your first kiss is something you really do remember. Like I remember my first kiss, y'all. Like I was all excited. She was really firm, and I'm not allowed that taxidermist again. Y'all, I have a degree in political science from Texas A&M University. So every now and again, I try and use that degree for some good stuff. And lately, I've been trying to use it to try and figure out how to solve or at least lower the rates of racism in the U.S. And I think I finally figured it out, but I didn't realize my grandpa was telling me the whole time. Basically, he was saying you got to date all the different races in order to kind of make things better, get to learn people. I mean, he said it a different way. He said, "Fuck the Chinese, fuck the black." Yeah. But I'm sure it was the same sentiment. So. Anybody in here have pets? Clap it up if you have pets, y'all. Awesome. What do you have?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I have chickens and I have dogs and cats.
Oh, cats aren't pets. The roommate that won't pay you rent. But good try. Awesome. Who does anybody else have anything besides dogs and cats or chickens?
Turkey.
You have a what?
Her name's Arlene.
Wait, what?
That's serious.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Turkey.
Oh, a turkey.
Her name's Arlene.
He gets nervous in November, doesn't he? Her.
Arlene.
Oh, okay, Arlene.
Yeah.
That's my sister's middle name. That's fucked up. Fatten her up for Thanksgiving? Is that what it is?
No.
How? Sure. That's what all the homeless people call pigeons too. But, I don't trust them. No, the reason I asked that, y'all, is I got a dog last year, and as mandated, every white person has to have one person who runs a humane society, and that's my mom for me. So, and I went down there and got one of her dogs, and she was like, "James, some things are going to have to change around your house," and I was like, "All right." And I didn't realize she was dead on because beforehand, if I heard a noise outside at 2:00 in the morning, like I'll just grab my pistol and go check it out, you know, because I haven't watched enough horror movies in my life. But like I said, I'm Irish Catholic. We believe in demons, and so when my dog's barking into my closet at 3:00 in the morning, I don't know whether to reach for my pistol or reach for my Bible now. And I'm from Texas. They're both on my nightstand. So. The pistol and the Bible, not my dog. Let me clarify. But the other thing is my mom got all excited. She's like, "James, you're going to be a pet parent again." I'm like, no, stop that right there. She's like, "Yeah, James, I'm going to make little t-shirts for you. They're going to say you're a doggy daddy." No, the fuck you're not. Well, I'm from Texas. I work up north. People already think I fuck animals. I don't need this shit. My name's James Mack. You can check out my special. Thank you so much.
Guys, James back, everybody. I kind of like what Metallica did to that song. Okay. Are you guys having fun? I want you guys to meet Kathy. She's the proprietor of this bar. Give it up for Kathy and Dr. Todd. The reason we're able to give you guys a free comedy show is we do this show for free $99 in exchange for a 2-item minimum. So make sure that you've had your 2 drinks or food items with Kathy and Melissa, and we will keep the show rolling. Our next comic has credits. Hold on. Are you guys ready for your headliner? Our headliner is open for national headliners up and down the Mid-Atlantic states. He's just back from Salem, Massachusetts Comedy Festival and recently headlined in Columbia, Maryland. And his name... I know it as a dramatic effect.
Look it up first.
Contains letters.
And his name is Pat Rocket!
Thank you, Anthony, for memorizing that introduction. All right. Are you the one with PTSD? Oh, man. I like just doubled the average age in this room. Look at me. I know you're disappointed. I can see it on all your faces. You already had a beautiful young woman, a great young comic, and now you get me, your dad's lab partner from high school. Look at me. I look like some kind of a scientific experiment. I look like a genetic mashup of Mitt Romney and Keith Richards. I have a decrepit body, but I put a suit over it. It's really tough being the oldest comic on these bills. I feel really out of place all the time. When I'm backstage with them, they're on their iPads, they're on their iPhones. I'm on Medicare. You know, I didn't always used to look this way. I used to be cute. I'd walk into a place like this. You women would have looked at me at one time and said, ooh, I wonder if he's available. Now you look at me and say, I wonder if he's even insurable. And I'm not. I'm in terrible shape. I see some people in shape here. I see some people who tend to, I have a feeling, eat here a lot too, with this health food that they have here. But let me, now you work out?
Oh, all the time.
All the time, yeah, I can tell. You ever run, you ever jog or anything like that?
I have, sure.
Oh,
He's
that's
done an Ironman.
He did an Ironman. That's very good. They say if you're in good shape when you run, you should be able to talk. Oh, when I run, I talk. I say things like, call 911. Where's the nearest hospital? Oh, you know, my life has come to, this is what you have to look forward to, folks, you know, as you get older, you know. Collect Social Security and then come out and have people laugh at you so you can buy a carton of eggs at the inflated price. Yeah, I just recently hit the big 7-0.
Wow.
Yeah, don't applaud. It's not that great. I mean, nobody wants to be this old. You know, the best thing about it is I'm like 70% of the way to one of those big ass cards you can get for a 100-year-old at Rite Aid, and get one of those for people. You know, what my life has come to recently was one of my biggest thrills was finding a new primary physician. As soon as I walked in, she prescribed an autopsy for me. And she said, you know, we're all old decaying structures. Well, thank you, Dr. Kevorkian. Why don't you just give me an injection right now? So, hey, how do you like our comics so far? They've been great. And Charlie. And James, I want to thank you for your service. He put a lot of time in. James, I didn't serve. I came of age during the Vietnam era, but I wasn't taken. I was classified 1P at the time. Yeah, 1P. They didn't take me because basically I'm a pussy. He can't walk, he won't prance, he can't march. Hey, congratulations for making it through the pandemic. Yeah, we all made it. And I show of hands here, I'm real curious about something. How many people had their lives wife and I, it got tense. It was a little bit too much togetherness during that time. I got so mad that I said, look, I've had it. I'm out of here. She said, you promised me till death do us part. And I said, well, I may exercise the death clause in that contract. On the other hand, when you're home a lot, it gives you an opportunity to spice up your marriage, like find little games to play. Like, I'm the Domino's man, and I come to deliver the pizza, and she pretends she doesn't have any money. And I said, oh, Mrs. Rocky, this isn't going to pay for itself. And she says, oh, Mr. Domino's man, I am hot and salty like your pizza. You know? You know, one of the things I talked about was being in really bad shape. You know, my body is like an old car that you have to take into the shop a lot for maintenance. The maintenance on a 1952 Italian is really time-consuming. You know, I wondered about that. When I thought about that, I thought, what would Consumer Reports say about me if I was a used car and they had to review me? Let me see, 1952 Italian, where am I in here? Predicted reliability lower than average. Fuel injection is sluggish, well-padded back seat, a tendency to leak fluid. Yes, that's me. That's me. One of the things I hated about being home was having to watch TV and streaming services all the time. It reminded me how much I hate commercials. One of the commercials I hate is comes on before the morning news, that bratty kid for Huntington Learning System, and you had that bratty kid. Yeah, you're nodding your head. Did you have someone of your kids there?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's good.
I know the commercial.
Her mother wants to send her to Huntington. She said to her mother, "Oh, face it, I'm not getting into college." I'm thinking, yeah, no shit. I figured out when you didn't get into that. Do something about that guy with the skeevy little porn star mustache that sells my pillow. Oh. Yeah, exactly. I don't have any objection to Mike Lindell. I have no objection to the product. I hate the name. It's so confusing when you're my age with that. My wife and I are making the bed, and she said, "Put the My Pillow on your side." I said, "Well, shouldn't I put my pillow on my side?" And she said, "No, it's not my pillow. It's not your pillow. It's my pillow, but it's your pillow." Well, is it my pillow or is it your pillow? Make up your fucking mind. You know. And another thing I really hate being older is watching a young world through old eyes. I have a question to ask people who are closer to me in age. When did ED become entertainment? Have you seen those commercials? They start off with this phony, happy music all the time. The music itself could make a man soft. And they show these women doing things that are supposed to be so adorable, and their men just love them. And they're so obnoxious, they would be grounds for justifiable homicide. They're in a restaurant together, and she takes food off his plate. Or she has to put her shoe on, and so she goes across the floor putting her shoe on, and the man's looking at her. Oh, I just love her so much. Or she's painting and she gets paint in her nose. Or she's baking and she gets flour on her nose. Apparently the people who write these commercials think that something on a woman's nose is an aphrodisiac. Oh, honey, you got something on your nose? I'm ready. I'm ready for you. And then they show the husbands off to the side looking very lovingly at them. And I know what the guys are really thinking. They're thinking, "Oh, honey, you think I need a pill because of my health, but the real reason I can't get it for you is because you're so fucking annoying." And you see these guys in these commercials, buff, middle-aged, not real gray, just a little touch of gray on the side, like this gentleman here. And somebody who works out, like this gentleman. These middle-aged Adonises aren't the ones who get ED. Show me a guy who looks like your own. Yeah. You said that really fast. You know, it's like, yeah. Anybody else want to take a bullet with this guy? Ones who get ED. Show me a guy like your old governor, Chris Christie. The guy is so fucking. This is what we've come to, and welcome to Duff McDuff tonight. What kind of bullshit Irish name is that? Was Seamus Shillelagh taken? Just throwing darts and Duff McDuff. Yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah. Welcome to Blarney Begala, or I don't know what it is. So anyway, in case you thought you didn't hear properly, my name is Rocky. It was a great name to have about 40-some years. We had our kid Rocky too. How many people here are parents? You 33 years. Your parents? Sorry. Let me tell you, if I've got a little tip for parents, your kids will turn on you. They will turn on you at some point. They're going to think you're the stupidest person. My kid comes up to me and says, "When did you stop being cool?" I said, "September 25th. He said, "That's my birthday." If you have kids, if you ever have kids, I say, try to fuck with their heads as much as possible. I do everything I can, doing like old white dad embarrassing things just to embarrass them. Let me give you a little prop. This is really easy. You take a cap and you put it on backwards. And he says, "Dad, you're not going out like that, are you?" And then I pull my white dad shtick. Yo, I have to meet up with my homies. Yeah. That's good for 20 minutes of him hiding in his bedroom. So, I had to have to talk with my son when he was 7. I had to have people default to the schools and let them learn in the health ed class. But the problem with the health ed class is you're in there with people of the opposite gender, and then you hear phrases that are so embarrassing to hear when you're a boy and you're with girls in the class. A woman's body prepares for childbirth every month, and that's called menstruation. Oh. And if a boy has nocturnal emissions, that's called a wet dream. And if he causes the wet dreams himself, that's called masturbation. No, I didn't default to the schools. I decided to do it myself. And I was very efficient. I was a communications man. I don't want to make you people feel bad, audience, And you know where you hear it? You hear it when you go to a grandfather recently for the second. She's trying to help out, but we're lost. We can't find this restaurant. She said, "That looks like a place where you could get sushi, dear." I said, "Well, you're close, Mom. It's Japanese, but it's a Suzuki dealership, so I don't think so." And some of my siblings decided it was a good idea to put her on social media. And she gets all the names wrong. It's not bad when she mixes up Facebook. She calls it Bookface. And she goes, "No, I was on my Bookface today." She said, "My Bookface, so it's funny." Twitter is a little worse. She calls it her twatter. She goes, I was on my twatter today. But I drew the line when she bragged about being on Snatch Trap. And I said, "Mom, it's Snapchat. Please don't say Snatch Trap. It sounds like a website for predators." But I'm going to tell you something about our moms. Our moms were tough in their day. My mom had 6 kids. Quick, what religion am I? It's going to address the main concern of seniors. The name of the show is Guess Who's Dead? Who's that, Pat? It's like in Tina Turner, Mom. Are they dead? Well, she's alive, Mom, but he's dead. So, that's the TV show, Guess Who's Dead. Then there's a home version of Guess Who's Dead. That's when Mom calls me in the middle of the day to announce it to me. "Oh, hi, Mom." "Oh, hi, Pat. Guess who's dead?" Now, for the trip to this town here, it looks like a really small town. Do you have much shopping to do here? Like, for instance, to build houses. Now, we need kids to build salads. Welcome to the dumbing down of America, folks. Yeah, really. I mean, don't dumb down. Smarten up. You won't buy anything. I noticed that they had these frying pans that were this big, and they said, it's perfect for frying one egg. You know what else is perfect for frying one egg? A regular size frying pan. Don't dumb down, smarten up. People will buy anything. Do you ever buy water at Whole Foods? You could get multi-flavor probiotic water. Lemon, berry, probiotic water fortified with vitamins. When we were all kids and we were out playing with our friends and we wanted to drink, what flavor did we have? Oh, that's right. Rubber. That's right, and we all made it here today. Big box stores. Do you have anything like a Costco around here? Yeah. No? You're saying, oh, wow, I hear a mixed opinion here. I like Costco. I personally like it. I like it, but come on through. Would you like to come through? Yeah, let's hear it for the lady. I like any place where I can get lawn chairs, vinyl siding, and tartar sauce all under one roof. And as long as we're talking about Costco, let's talk about its dirty-minded little brother, BJ's. Folks, I mentioned to you, I got a master's degree and it was an MBA in marketing. I want to ask the question, who the fuck thought it was a good idea to name a store after fellatio? Honest to God, I was working in a store, in a company once, and BJ's came in to offer free memberships. An email went out that read, BJ's for free in the cafeteria. Yeah, half the men walked off the factory floor before HR pulled that email. And I saw the menu here, and the menu here is this is real health food here, boneless wings and everything, but no Italian that I could see. Is there an Italian restaurant near
There's
here?
pasta on there.
What is it?
There's pasta on there.
Pasta? Oh, there's pasta in here? That doesn't work in with my routine. No, we're supposed to say, no, you can't get it here. I just hope you don't have to depend on an Olive Garden, because I am Italian. I consider it a crime against the nation of Italy to have an Olive Garden around. Let me put it to you this way. If eating at Olive Garden thinking you've had Italian, it's like eating Lucky Charms and thinking you've celebrated St. Patty's Day. They say, when you're here, you're family. And it's true. An old woman came out of the kitchen, hit me with a wooden spoon, and said, why don't you call more often? When are you going to make me a grandmother? A guy with a wife beater sat next to me and asked me to pay his check. Yeah, it sounds like family. So, look, I'm up here, making my crank case, my justifying it being cranky at my age. It's really not that bad. In 70 years, I traveled around the sun 41 billion miles. And in that time, I learned a few things. And I learned to leverage my age. For instance, I recently canceled all my magazine subscriptions. I'm in a doctor's office so often, I just read the magazines there. Or
Information. We're going to be back here April 22nd. I've been dying to get Paul Carson in front of you. You guys are going to absolutely love him. As I move my glorious performances and abilities to the shore for the summer, my very good friend Kate Laverne is going to be taking over the show. So come on out here, Kate. Guys, come again and see Kate next month. And then, moving forward with the May show and stuff, you're going to be seeing more of Kate's friends. So thanks again for coming. Kate, you got anything to say?
Well, pay your bills and tip me.
Thanks again for coming, guys. We'll see you next month.